Bill O'Reilly here. You are listening to the O'Reilly Update. Coming up next, the news with Mike Slater.
Thank you, Bill. It is Thursday, September 28th, 2023. Here's what's happening today in America. Debate fallout, government shutdown, American back in America, and astronaut back on Earth. It's all coming up, and Bill will be here with your message of the day. But first, there was a debate last night, the second Republican debate. I don't want to give opinion here. This is the news section, but I don't think many people thought it was very productive. Chris Christie said that because Donald Trump is ducking out of the debates, we should call him Donald Duck. DeSantis spoke the most, 12 minutes, 27 seconds. Vivek, 11 minutes, 52 seconds. Border security was the longest talked about topic. And when it came to who was attacked the most, Vivek was attacked the most, followed by DeSantis. Trump, meanwhile, was speaking to United Auto Workers in Michigan and told them, among other things, that it was Biden's push to electric vehicles, which require 40% less labor, that's hurting the union members more than anything. He said he's selling you out to China. He's selling you out to the environmental extremists and the radical left. Kevin McCarthy, Speaker of the House, rejected a stopgap funding bill that's advancing in the Senate, which means the federal government is closer to its fourth partial shutdown in a decade. But this Senate plan would only fund the government till November 17th, just give them more time to do their job. And cue the scare tactics. This is from Biden. If we have a government shutdown, a lot of vital work and science and health could be impacted, from cancer research to food safety. Do you remember that American soldier who ran into North Korea? Back in October of last year, he punched someone in the face in a South Korean club. So he was in jail in South Korea, and then he was being transported back to America to face some discipline here when he escaped and hoofed it over the DMZ into North Korea. Thought he was going to be safe over there. I wonder what he thought North Korea was going to be like. Anyway, he's back in our custody now, making his way to San Antonio. They have a program, the Post-Isolation Support Activities Program, to help people acclimate back to normal life after being detained. An official was asked about the punishment he's going to receive, and they would only say that they're focused on his health right now. Quote, he's looking very much forward to being reunited with his family. He went over to North Korea on purpose. Let's not act like we rescued a POW here. What do you think is a fair punishment for this guy? And speaking of coming home, NASA astronaut Frank Rubio, he broke the record for the longest continuous space flight by an American, 371 days in space, landed yesterday in Kazakhstan. He beat the record by an American by 16 days, and he orbited the Earth 5,963 times. I'm Mike Slater from the podcast Politics by Faith. The great Bill O'Reilly is here with your message of the day. Next.
Hey, I want to tell you about Coin. That is spelled COIGN.com. It's America's only conservative credit card. Every time you use your credit card these days, you could be helping big banks give billions to liberal organizations like La Raza, BLM, the Clinton Foundation, and others. But now you can fight back. Coin offers unlimited cash-back rewards, world-class theft and fraud protection, and the ability to align your dollars with your values. Coin gives a portion of every dollar they earn to conservative charities that Coin card holders vote on. So learn more and apply for a Coin credit card at coin.com/O'Reilly. That's COIGN.com/O'Reilly. Please go to coin.com/disclosures for more information. Time now for the O'Reilly Update message of the day. On this Thursday, one of the topics Tucker Carlson and I addressed on the X interview this week was the future of network and cable news. Ratings are down across the board, especially for Americans under the age of 50. Few of them watch anymore. The primary reason for that is predictability. Many broadcasts lack snap. Some are simply boring. The corporations who run the TV media are risk adverse in this cancel culture era, and commentators and anchors know they had better play it safe or else. Also, there's a certain laziness in speech. How many times does the audience have to hear the phrase "at the end of the day" or "deep dive"? How about "full stop"? It's tiresome and annoying to listen to inarticulate, cliche-dependent broadcasters. So let's unpack this. No, I refuse to use that phrase. Let's agree to disagree. No. Maybe we should all just trust the science. Oh, man. Don't think so. Once upon a time, there were strict standards in broadcasting. There were editors, creative producers. Today, that has largely disappeared. It is what it is. Shoot me if I ever say that phrase again. I'm Bill O'Reilly. I approve the message by writing it. You can reach me, Bill at BillO'Reilly.com, Bill at BillO'Reilly.com, name and town if you wish to opine. All right, here is the mail. Marlene Camputaro, New Branford, Connecticut. I'd like to know how President Biden, a union supporter, can support auto workers while at the same time allowing millions of illegals into the country that'll drive down wages. They don't see it that way. Progressives say we have more than enough jobs, and these migrants will take the jobs Americans don't want. You've heard it a million times. They are not going to change that point of view. Jim Posella, Plainview, New York. If Mrs. Obama is given the Democratic nomination, would Vice President Harris maintain her position? Well, she's out. So once Biden's out, she's out. If she decides to run for president, then she goes through the process. So it doesn't have anything to do with Michelle Obama. Daniel Ehed, Bakersfield, California. Having just read Killing Reagan, I see a number of similarities between Nancy Reagan and Jill Biden. You betcha. As Sarah Palin used to say, you betcha. A lot of similarities. Although Jill Biden, Ronald Reagan was a good president to the end, killing Reagan. Okay. Joe Biden's a bad president. That's the difference. Mike Murray, Dallas, Oregon. If Senator Menendez resigns, would Ocasio-Cortez be eligible to run as replacement? Different states. So Menendez will have to resign. He's out. And then Governor Phil Murphy, Democrat, New Jersey, will appoint someone, take his place, but that person will have a leg up in the vote that will come after that. But Ocasio-Cortez is a congresswoman from New York, nothing to do with New Jersey. Bill Forrest, Woodbridge, Virginia, good for you hitting back at CNN, Bill, for taking the slavery quote out of context. Instead of attacking you, they should listen to you. They might learn something. You don't want to learn anything. These corporate media people, they don't want to learn anything. Are you kidding? They want to make money. They don't care about anything else. In a moment, something you might not know. If you own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles and have an auto warranty about to expire or have no warranty at all, listen up. Car Shield has a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that's now available to the public. Save on out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. So please call Car Shield now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. 800-925-7584 for a free quote. Drivers who activate the vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. So please call for your free quote, 800-925-7584, 800-925-7584. Hey, what do you have to lose? 800-925-7584. Now the O'Reilly Update brings you something you might not know. On this day in the year 551 BC, one of humanity's greatest philosophers was born in Eastern Asia. His teachings remain the foundation of Chinese religious society to this day. Here is the story of Confucius. He was born during a period of violence and political turmoil. His aristocratic family lost their fortune, forcing young Confucius into a life of hard labor. While toiling on farms, he studied math, music, science, and literature. He then joined the government and eventually took a position in China as Minister of Justice. Confucius believed the key to human happiness was social harmony. Unlike Western philosophies that champion the individual, his system emphasized the importance of the collective group. Confucius was mostly ignored during his life. When he died in 479 BC, he left behind just 2,000 adherents. His teachings were later adopted by the Han Dynasty in the 2nd century and remain the bedrock of Chinese society. It emphasizes a focus on rituals, respect for the elderly, family obligation, worship of ancestors, and most of all, self-discipline. And here's something else you might not know. Confucius was rejected by communist dictator Mao Zedong. During his Cultural Revolution, the chairman officially declared Confucius the enemy of the working class. Anyone caught with Confucius books would be subjected to so-called struggle sessions, where a person was publicly humiliated and physically beaten until they recanted their views. The communists also detonated a bomb at the tomb of Confucius. Beginning, however, in the early 2000s, the communists in Beijing changed. And now they say Confucius is a hero and a revolutionary teacher. The state claimed his attitude towards collective happiness was the foundation of Marxist ideology. Well, you make the call. But Confucius has a profound influence over 1.5 billion human beings. Back after this.
Enjoy cleaner, safer, and more private internet daily. Be more cyber zen. For a limited time only, get our special offer at nordvpn.com. With a few simple clicks, NordVPN will block online trackers and hide your virtual location. It will secure your devices from malware-infected downloads and block access to malicious websites. Enjoy internet without trackers. Internet without malicious websites. Internet without malware-ridden files. Imagine your data more secure, your connection protected. Be more cyber zen. Take advantage of our special offer now at nordvpn.com. NordVPN, cybersecurity built for every day.
Thank you for listening to the O'Reilly Update. I am Bill O'Reilly. No spin, just facts, and always looking out for you.